Good afternoon, everyone. We are in the middle of March and thought of sharing how my container garden is growing. So, as you can see, we have this flower on the Alocasia cucullata plant, and this is the first time in 4 years that this plant has bloomed. So, I'm witnessing this flower on my plant for the first time. So, that's a pretty good feeling. Now this Nag Champa plant has grown tall. It has grown even taller than me. It bore flowers a few months back, but now there are no flowers on it, unfortunately. And I have another Nag Champa here, which is doing well, lush green. And just by the side of the Nag Champa, I have a millie plant. Now this plant is quite big and it is producing flowers, a whole lot of flowers, nice looking pink flowers. And these flowers last for long. Now, just by the side of the millie plant, I have a curry patta plant. Now it had flowers on it, and the flowers were pretty uh, perfumed ones, and it used to attract butterflies and bees. Now it is bearing fruits, and this is another curry patta leaf. Now, next to it is a pineapple plant. Now this was a stub that I just potted in this plastic container, and it is thriving. It is going to be a year old now. Let's see if I can get a pineapple from it. Now moving on, this is a bougainvillea plant which I trimmed, and it has given out new leaves. And this bougainvillea has a few flowers left on it, so I have not trimmed it yet. Once the flowers are gone, I'll be trimming it because it has like the branches have branches have like shot out in various directions. So I need to trim it from this area. Now, this is another bougainvillea which I trimmed and new leaves have come up, glossy new leaves. Now this one is Euphorbia Euphorbia thethymaloides, if I have pronounced it correct. And this is the first time it had flowered. Two little red flowers looking very nice. And this is a frangipani plant in a pot. It has come up with buds, and hopefully I'll be getting flowers on this as well. I'll update you once the flowers have bloomed. And this particular pot is like a miniature ecosystem. You have ferns, you have a spinach, and whatnot. Now, this purple heart plant I just received from my neighbor last week, and the leaves are yet to come up, but it already has a little pink flower on it. Looks good. And this is the Moses in the cradle, and it also has a white little flower which is bloomed. And if you turn the leaf over, you'll see the other side of the leaf is purple. Looks nice. I have quite a number of those plants. Now this guava, I won't call it a plant anymore because it has become a tree now, and it has borne fruits. As you can see, there are lots of guavas, and this tree is also taller than me now. It's more than 6 feet tall. All right, so right now I am on the Okay, so I have come to the rooftop now, and this is a very old millie plant on the rooftop here, and it never fails to flower. And this adenium had bloomed a lot, but yesterday it rained, and the rain damaged the flowers a bit, but it was filled with flowers, as you can see. Now new sprouts are coming out from the place where I trimmed it, some 4 months back, and this is another adenium which was trimmed, and this is also flowering. Nice little pink flowers. Again, this is another millie plant which is in bloom. Now this tomato plant had a lot of tomatoes on it, and I harvested almost 500 grams of tomatoes, and there are a few left. This one is already ripened. I need to pluck it before the squirrels can grab it. Now this is a brinjal plant here which yielded a number of brinjals. 2 are still there on the plant. I will be harvesting these 2 today in the evening. Now I got some 10 to 12 brinjals from this plant. It has become a bit droopy, I think. Needs more food, so I'll increase the amount of fertilizer. Now this is an experimental one. This tomato plant came out from this packet, and it is, I can see it is bearing 4 tomatoes, so which is good. Even in a packet, a small packet, a tomato plant can grow and yield. So that's all for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. See you in the next